Recording in progress.
Hey, you incredible people. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. It is beautiful to have you guys here. And this is going to be the absolute fundamentals of everything you need to know to go plant-based and lose weight. And you can apply all of this to your life. And if you're struggling, hit me up, send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you on your plant-based weight loss journey. So if you are wanting to lose weight on a plant-based lifestyle, these are the things you need to know, learn from and through my own experience, my own frustrations, my own concerns, my own clients successes, and my own research. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight on into it. So 6 things you need to know about plant-based weight loss. I want you to know why volume works. So yes, to lose weight, you're going to need to eat, okay? And you're going to need to eat more. And why is this different to anything that you've heard about? Because most diets are about deprivation. Most diets cut out huge parts of nutrition that is fundamental for you. Often, diets will tell you to cut out fats or carbohydrates or something else. Now, plant-based weight loss does mean cutting out meat, dairy, eggs, and fish. But that's okay because they're not the things that are going to benefit you. They're not the things that are going to keep you alive. They're not the foods that are good for you, that are good for your heart, or good for longevity. And they're not going to get you to a plant-based weight loss. So, why does volume work? I need you to eat. What do I need you to eat? I need you to eat the right foods, but lots of them. I don't want you to starve yourself. Weight loss should never be about being hungry. So, why does volume work? Well, let's look at calorie versus nutrient density. And I'm going to make this nice and easy, and I'm not going to make this super confusing like I usually do for most things. So I want to talk about calorie versus nutrient density. Now, if you think about the types of foods that you've got and the calorie quantity, the calorie density of them. Look at a tablespoon of oil. In a tablespoon of oil, you're looking at a couple to a few hundred calories in 1 tablespoon. Now, if you imagine I hold up a tablespoon, it's barely going to fit in my hand, okay? It's not even going to fit in the little indent of my palm right there. It's not going to fit there. And that would be a couple of hundred calories. Now, calories is a measurement of energy. Again, I don't want to confuse you too much, but it's the amount of energy you consume. You want to be making sure that the amount of energy you consume is equal to or less than the amount of energy you are expending. So let's look at that little tablespoon of oil. That's not going to fill you up. Literally, it's not. It's going to go down and it's probably just going to stick to your insides and take up a very minimal amount of space. Now let's look at 200 to 300 calories worth of broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, nuts, legumes, grains. It's going to be a much bigger amount. So when you look at vegetables, this is the kind of the other end of the spectrum. You are looking at calorie poor, nutrient rich foods. So vegetables, legumes, grains, these are all going to provide lower amount of calories for much more nutrition, but at the same time, they're going to fill up a lot more space in your stomach. So in literal terms, you are filling up with more food, with more nutrients, more of that weight loss, that fat loss burning power with less calories, with more volume. So looking at oils, processed foods, sugar, and fats, unhealthy fats, you're going to be able to eat a lot less for the same amount of calories. So looking at vegetables, some fruits, we're looking at grains and beans and legumes, lentils, chickpeas, beans, multiple different types of beans, kidney beans, black beans, cannelli beans. All of those are going to take up much more space and cost you less calories. So this is why volume works, guys. If you eat more of the right foods, you're going to be able to fill up and enjoy feeling satiated. This allows you to eat more. It reduces your sugar cravings. It reduces long hunger bouts. It reduces binging on foods because you become really hungry really quickly. It reduces snacking and it balances out blood sugar. So one thing that you need to know about plant-based weight loss is volume is imperative. It is important. Eat more to lose weight. Number 2, consume close to whole foods as possible. Whole foods have not been stripped of the nutrients that they are so abundant in. So if you think of soy, flour, sugar, all of these have generally been stripped of a lot of their nutrients, a lot of the fiber, a lot of stuff that you need to take from the whole food, including oils as well. Oils have been stripped of all nutrients. I'm open for discussion about that, but almost all nutrients. And what you're left with is just fat. It's just a high amount of calories for no nutrition. So when you look at whole foods, again, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, all of these are going to be closer to whole foods and less to the processed foods. Processed foods like flour, white flour, sugar, protein powders, even seitan and oils, they don't contain the fiber, the nutrients, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants that the whole versions do. So you want to consume as close to those whole foods as possible. And this will also prevent tiredness. It will prevent crashing because of the nutrients that are processed and metabolized over time is going to create a longer burst of energy, a longer, natural, healthier burst of energy. Okay, it's going to sustain you for much longer. So number 2, consume close to whole foods as possible. Number 3, it doesn't have to be time consuming. Okay, one thing you need to know about plant-based weight loss is it doesn't have to be time consuming. If time is of the essence for you, like it is a lot of people, if you're a busy mum, if you're a busy work body, if you have no time or feel like your health is not a priority, this is definitely something that needs to be addressed. Okay, now I'm not saying that you can magic time out of thin air, but there are definitely ways that you can create time for the things that are important to you. But being plant-based and eating for weight loss doesn't have to be time consuming. There can be many ways that you can go around this, and I've done a training on time, so I don't want to dive into it too much today. But there are many ways in which you can help yourself to create more time and to make sure that being plant-based doesn't take up too much of it too. So one thing that you can do is literally planning and scheduling. As soon as it's in the diary, as soon as you have created time for it, you don't take longer than needs be. So a task only takes as long as it needs to. So if you feel the need that it will take 3 or 4 hours to do a food shop and food prep, then it'll take 3 or 4 hours, okay? Often, yes, we can go a little bit off track and it takes longer, but if you allocate yourself and say, I only have an hour to do this, it will take you an hour. That is one of my biggest tips, and it is so simple, but it is so effective, okay? One more tip that I'm going to give you is utilize a meal plan. Guys, I have a free 7-day meal plan that is plant-based, that promotes weight loss, and that will help you lose weight if you stick to it. Regardless of whether you're an intermediate, a beginner, or an advanced plant-based person, this 7-day meal plan is going to help you. If you don't have it, put 7 days in the comments below and I will send it straight to you, okay? That's tip number 3, is being plant-based doesn't have to take time. So if you're not plant-based because you feel like it's going to take time, no. Let's switch gears on that. Let's switch the narrative and understand that it doesn't have to be. Number 4, hydration is key. You are consuming much more fiber, most likely, than you were before being plant-based. Now, in order for fiber to work, you need a lot of water. Water is also going to keep you satiated, it's going to fill you up, and it's going to help utilize all of the nutrients, the nutrition, the vitamins, the minerals, everything that you are stripping out of the food in your tummy and send it to the right places. It is going to help your cells in every area of your body to stay hydrated, to lubricate joints. You're going to need it to process more thoughts, to process energy, to create energy. All of your cells need H2O, okay? Your whole body needs it. And you cannot utilize everything that you are learning, everything that you are eating, everything that you are doing and implementing if you are not hydrated. We can only go a few days without hydration. So don't hydrate yourself to the point that you're just barely ticking over, because that is also going to lead to binging. It's going to lead to snacking and low blood sugar. Hydration is key, guys, especially with the increase of fiber. Increase your water as much as you can. Many ways to do that. If you are struggling to increase your water, you can give yourself water targets. You can give yourself hourly water targets or daily water targets. You can put fruit in your water if it makes it taste enjoyable. You can increase herbal teas. Try and decrease caffeine, because it's going to dehydrate you, okay? It's not going to keep that hydration up. Hydration is key, number 4. Number 5, it's not all about nutrition. Yes, I'm going to say that again. I cannot express enough how important other areas of your life are towards your weight loss. Stress. If you're stressed, it can depress your blood sugar levels. So it will increase your blood sugar levels, okay? It's going to decrease your immunity. It's going to decrease your metabolic power, so your ability to lose weight. It's going to decrease your sleep quality and quantity, which will decrease your ability to lose weight. And it's going to play with your sex hormones. They're going to be disrupted as well. There's so many reasons why stress is very important to balance in order to lose weight. Okay, there are so many reasons and it is so important, but I'm not going to nag your ear off. Sleep. Now, I just want to throw this one in here. One of my amazing current clients, Jem, she's in this group, so big up to you, Jem. She has done something amazing through just a couple of weeks of coaching. After years of not being able to sleep through the night and constantly waking up at 4 a.m., and I mean religiously, I mean every single day, there has not been one single day in the last few years that she has not slept through. There has not been a single day that she has slept through. Since a couple of weeks ago, we looked at her sleep, we corrected it. I helped her improve her sleep in a way that wasn't going to throw her lifestyle out, in a way that suited her lifestyle. And over 3 nights, she slept 7 hours twice, 4 nights, slept 7 hours 3 times, and 9 hours on the other night as well. Amazing. It is incredible what good quality and quantity sleep will do, not only for your health, but for your weight loss too. You're able to decrease that weight. You're able to decrease the hormone called ghrelin, which is the one that activates your hunger. It will stop him from coming out and saying, I need food. It will stop the snacking. It will stop the late night cravings, which is going to reduce the amount of food and the amount of cravings that you get as well. So increase the quality and quantity of your sleep, and you will be on track for amazing plant-based weight loss. And that's got nothing to do with the food you eat. Movement. It is super important to redirect all of the energy that you're going to be having, that you're going to be consuming. So again, eat more. But what does eating more do? It gives you more energy, which is fantastic. It gives us clarity, focus. But what are we going to do with all of that? We need to put it somewhere. We need to direct it to somewhere. So movement is also very important, especially for those of you who are wanting to tone up, to lean up. We can't just eat our way there. We also need to exercise our way there. We can have a natural, healthy body of what a plant-based lifestyle intends us on doing. We could eat the perfect amount of calories. We could eat the perfect amount of macros, the perfect amount of micronutrients. However, that is going to get us a certain body, and that is your unique, healthy body. But if you are aiming for a body type, then increasing your movement is vital. If you are wanting to live longer and healthier, if you're wanting to increase your bone health, your cardiovascular health, your heart strength, then you're going to also need to move. And that's great because moving increases your endorphins, makes you happier, decreases stress, increases your ability to sleep. Can you see how they're all interlinked? It is important for you to start at least with 20 minutes a day. Now that is increasing your heart rate for 20 minutes. Now I need you to do that 3 times a week. That's it, 20 minutes, 3 times a week. Start with that. It is an incredible place to start. Strength training and cardio need to be included. If that is something that you would like to learn more about, please let me know. But movement into your day-to-day and into your weekly practice is very important for weight loss. Gonna have to talk about it. NEAT. NEAT is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically a fancy acronym for all of the exercise that you are not doing when you're purposefully exercising. So that is me sitting on the chair to talk to you. If I had access and funds for a desk that moved up and a walking pad underneath, I would be on it right now, because that would be the NEAT. That would be my non-exercise activity thermogenesis. I would be increasing the movement and the calories or the energy that I'm burning while I'm not specifically exercising. Does that make sense? Let me know if it does. So increasing your NEAT can easily be done by taking 5-minute breaks at the desk and doing some jumps, doing some squats, walking around the office, walking around, taking a lap around the building. It can mean walking to work instead of driving. It can mean cycling to work instead of driving. It can mean taking the stairs instead of taking the lift. It can mean walking an extra block or an extra lap instead of going directly to your destination. So increasing your NEAT is also going to increase your metabolic power, which is going to decrease your weight much quicker as well. Okay, exercise literally creates energy, by the way, guys. So if you're not exercising, you're not creating more energy and you're just relying on the nutrition providing you with energy. On a cellular chemical level, exercising creates ATP, which is basically your energy. Okay, it also improves metabolism, improves your insulin sensitivity, which is fantastic if you're diabetic. It increases your bone density, which is amazing if you're getting, I was going to say if you're getting older, we're all getting older, for getting older, okay? It increases the bone density so you don't break your arms as much, so you can stand up and hold yourself when you're older. And it also improves your blood pressure. That's number 5. It's not all about nutrition. Number 6, possibly the most incredible and most powerful one of all. Your why will be the reason why you get there. You've probably heard of needing to understand your why. Your why is your ultimate and underlying reason as to why you were doing this. Regardless of what journey you're on, whether you're trying to lose weight on a plant-based lifestyle, whether you're just transitioning to a plant-based lifestyle, whether you are wanting to learn a language, whether you are wanting to reconnect with your family, whatever the reason for your journey, so this can be applied to any area of your life, whatever the reason, the underlying reason, guys, I mean the ultimate freaking reason as to why you're doing something is going to be the main driving force. Not a deal that you make, not a, what was I going to say? Not a deal that you make, not something that you just decide to do, not something that you need accountability for. It is literally going to be the biggest driving force for you to get where you want. And that is because it connects you with your main and underlying human driving force, which is generally love, connection, or belonging. So the reason why you're doing something generally boils down to that. For you to find your why, I invite you to try the 5 whys activity. I invite you to write down on a piece of paper the reason why you're doing this, whether it's plant-based weight loss, whether it's transitioning to a plant-based lifestyle, I want you to write your why down. And then I want you to ask why that is important. And then I want you to ask, why are you doing that? And then I want you to ask, why are you doing that? 5 whys. Ask yourself why 5 times. That 5th answer will be your driving force. Guys, I do this with my clients in the very first session of their 12-month program because it is what drives them forward. So let's recap 6 things you need to know about plant-based weight loss. I have probably tagged you in this because at least one of these reasons is important and imperative for you. So what is it? Let me know in the comments below. Why do you think I've tagged you in this video? Why volume works. Eat volume. Consume close to whole foods. Plant-based weight loss doesn't have to be time consuming. Hydration is key. It's not all about nutrition, and your why will give you the motivation you need to carry on every single day. 6 things you need to know about plant-based weight loss. I hope this has been useful for you. Let me know, message me, or let me know in the comments below if this is something that has helped, answered questions, or if you have any more questions, pop them below and don't forget to tag me so I can see. Thank you so much for joining me, folks. I really hope this has helped. Let me know, and I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye. See you next week.